What is up, everybody? Welcome to a very special birthday show. I'm your host, Paramike. That gothic lady right over there, she is the birthday girl,
I'm
the
Paralord.
birthday gothic Paralore. I want everybody to say happy birthday to her in the comments. If you're on YouTube, put them into the damn chats. Put them in the comments below with some birthday cakes or whatever type of emojis you can do. Even on Facebook, put them down there in the comments. Wish this woman a 41st happy birthday. Her brother already did it, called her an old lady by Facebook Messenger. I was rolling, falling out of my game chair when he said, "Happy birthday, you old lady." I was rolling my ass off. Hopefully, he'll pop in a little bit later and do it again. I was rolling my ass off.
Wish I could see him.
Yeah, literally. Outside of that, there's another birthday. Our sister in the UK, Karen. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope you're enjoying your birthday as well out there in the UK. Um, we got a lot more stuff going as well. This is not episode 64. That's coming later on, probably at the end of this week or next week. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to fit that in. Um, right before we went on, Parallel said, "This is the wrong song." No, it's not, because I decided to play Warriors for this one. It's due to the fact it's a birthday special. I haven't recorded the other one that just came out, which is a copyright free music. I'm hoping to have that on episode 65. So hopefully that will work out great. But yes, like the description said, special birthday podcast show just for her and everything. Um, she's going to try to finish up some drinks.
Yep.
We also have some other news that we're going to throw in. Um, I haven't been able to do some research and some other stories, so I'm going to go with the flow with those. Um, Other projects I haven't been able to finish, basically like 2 episodes of reviews I haven't done finished up yet. Like I think it was like 62 and 63 I haven't finished up yet. Um, Scheduling's been really nuts and everything for me at least, and for Paralore. Was hoping to have some time to actually work right, but lifestyle appointments have been popping up and kicking our ass once again. So this month has been turning to last month. It's like holy shit. Um, but Paratorbal has started. Everybody else has their own thing. We have Ghosttober. We have um, Holotober. We got Scaretober. You name it, it's whatever Tober it is. We're doing Paratober. So that's what's going to be every year. Paratober. So, so how's it feel to being 41 years old? And as your brother puts it, an old lady.
He's lucky he can get away with that. uh, well, I don't feel any older,
No, you don't.
in a sense.
Now that's creepy. In a sense, that's creepy.
well, physically, I feel older than dirt.
Welcome to the club.
But appearance-wise, I don't look 41.
No.
I keep getting carded. Which is actually shocking that people down here are actually carding people.
Yeah.
When they didn't before.
Mm.
Which I can understand why.
We already have our first person,
Ah.
which is not showing up here yet. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Gloria.
Ta-da! Our moderator.
What the fuck are you drinking?
Literally. You know, I see the drink here, but on camera, it looks orange.
I know.
Perfect for Paratober. Nice. But anyways, the question: due to the fact that your brother called you an old lady through the Facebook Messenger,
Yeah.
what type of comment would you have to him if, just hypothetically, he private messaged my side
Yeah.
and wanted to pop up here live with us through the entire thing? Hold on.
First episode of Haunted Scotland, Chris Fleming
Ooh.
was dealing with fucking imps.
Wow.
Well, there is such a legend as leprechauns in Scotland.
And to think, we just did something about that, and Gloria was like balling on it. When we had that photo up on
Yeah.
63.
Yeah, I know.
Is
I still don't know what the fuck that thing was. I mean, it looked like
it
a fucking
paranormal for that, Gloria? And how that just works after we did that show?
person. Definitely weird.
Yeah. Anyways, him popping up saying, "Hey, I want to be on the show. I'm not tired. Let's do this." And he's on the entire time with us, just
probably
ranking
cry.
on the 41-year-old lady. Hey,
I'll
lady.
I'll probably cry. Due to the fact I haven't seen him in. Due to the fact I haven't actually seen him in a long time.
Yes, I know. Except for those few other times that he's actually, hey, there you are, coming around the corner of the doorway over there in jeans and shirt. And he's like, hello, son of a bitch. Still got the photos too somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's right. I still have it on the old tablet. That
Yeah.
the power part broke on me.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Very weird.
Well, as I said, I don't feel 41.
Mm.
I feel older than Ancient One, in a sense.
Mm.
But I haven't hit the crone stage. Not really sure what you would categorize me as. Maybe late mother. I don't know.
If you're listening, bro, pop in. Leave a comment.
Eating. He's probably eating or cooking dinner.
He's probably eating, cooking dinner, or doing all three. Cooking dinner, eating dinner while he's cooking, and probably watching the show. Probably waiting for the right time. Either way.
I'm going to shoot him a message. Because I didn't shoot him anything that we were live right now.
Ah, crap. I don't have my stuff.
Want me to get it? I have to get a refill anyway.
Yeah, you can. I guess I could pop on the story real quick while she's doing that. So let me go solo here. Okay, my cropping thing did not work. What the hell? I hate when that happens. Oh, no wonder. It was off. Sheesh. All right. This is a story that just came in not that long ago. Poltergeist moves toy in haunted school in Ohio. As paranormal videos take off all over the internet and ghost hauntings, quotations, shows on cable, more and more people have gotten in on the supernatural action. They create their own ghost hunting teams and travel from abandoned schools to abandoned asylums, from ghost town to haunted amusement parks, and as many cemeteries as they can find, hoping to record something that will go viral online. These ghost hunters or paranormal hunters are touring in an abandoned school in Ohio when they claim a poltergeist starts moving toys in a classroom But this video raises far more questions than it answers. Now, we all know in this type of genre of paranormal activities or paranormal world or ghost hunting world adventures, there's always more questions than there are answers. Finding the answers is always a pain in the rear end. Are there truly answers to a lot of these questions? A lot of the questions are usually the answers of debunking. 99.8% of the times, they can be debunked. The other 3%, not so much, which is true. We have seen a lot of experience of that from a lot of other people that have done this, right?
Yeah.
So as this goes on, which I can't show the video, but the supported poltergeist activity took place at haunted school called I can't say this elementary school, but it's in Middletown, Ohio. It's spelled POATTSTOWN. Of note, this school is available to rent for overnight ghost hunting expeditions at a cost of $300 to $400 a night. Not bad.
No.
Of course, in the video, they set up a supposedly haunted doll. One of many cursed objects that have chosen to bring along on their visit. Why the fuck would you bring a haunted doll to an already poltergeist school?
No, well, to see if any activity, well, probably to test to see if the doll is actually haunted.
Okay, that's one thing I can kind of understand. Not fully understand, but kind of understand.
And if it creates some type of reaction.
Okay, legitimately, I could understand that part. But what I'm trying to figure out is like, if the school is already having poltergeist activity and it's abandoned,
Mm-hmm.
why would you bring a possessed doll or a haunted doll to a poltergeist activity abandoned school, asylum, or amusement park just for that? That really doesn't make any sense for that aspect, to try to find some type of answers to the questions that need to be answered for a poltergeist activity, haunted school, or an asylum, or an amusement park, or a cemetery.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have to look what Zach Bagan did when he investigated the Island of the Dolls.
Yeah.
And he had a supposable haunted doll with him.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily say the doll itself created a reaction to another doll. I can't. I can only speculate. Maybe it could have created something, create a reaction, or it was just, I don't know, luck.
I don't know. I wouldn't really say luck. Maybe stupidity. I mean, Island of the Dolls and Xochimilco,
Yep.
with all those dolls as is, was already creepy. I mean, how many of those other dolls that were already there before he brought Harold the doll there
Yeah.
were already infested?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they gave off that vibe because they were so worn down and decrepit. But I mean, maybe it did almost do a reaction because a cat was caught hissing or something off camera and scared the hell out of Billy.
More like Aaron and Zach
Yeah, but it also
at
scared the hell
first,
out of Billy.
and then it caught Billy and Jay and the other guys there.
I don't know. But then created the doll laughing, a doll laughing, but there were a lot of dolls, so which one could have actually started laughing?
Yeah,
I mean, well, there was one that had a voice box, but there was nothing in it.
yeah, I
And
know.
it was the one that Aaron didn't want to touch because of the fucking spiders all over it. I wouldn't want to touch it either.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Dude, there's spiders all over it, dude. I wouldn't
Yeah.
touch it either.
Yeah. Goes on. One of many curses objects they have chosen to bring was on their visit at the very tippy top of a child's ride on coaster, which doesn't make sense for that.
No, no.
Did they ask the ghost in the room to move said doll? Moments later, the coaster heads downhill, supposedly, or maybe they jolted it or jumped on the floor. It doesn't take a lot of movement to make a coaster perched at the top of an incline head back down, haunted doll or no. Doesn't make any sense either. I suppose if you're spending hundreds of dollars to spend the night in this school and you've taken the trouble of arranging an entire toy aisle of a department store up on the shelves under the chalkboard, you want some activity for your trouble. But this one strikes me as a stretch. Yeah, it sure does to me. I don't know about it. I really don't.
Well, there's a couple of things that I know of, not me personally, but what I heard. If everything has energy to it, then it's a possibility that maybe if a so-called doll is haunted, supposedly, it would have energy to it from a former owner or former owners. But I have a hard time believing that a doll could be haunted. Not saying it couldn't be possible, but I think people think when they think of a haunted doll, they're going to think it's going to become chunky, break a door or something just to come after the person. But that's what I think some people have that fear for.
Mm.
Because if they're young, they see Chucky, for example, they're young. That's got automatic spark. I'm afraid of dolls. Because that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
That doesn't happen in real life. Have there been things around toys or dolls that I can't explain or debunk? Possibility. One example, the Clown Motel. When Zach went back for the second time. And that big ass it-looking thing moves its arm.
Mm-hmm.
On camera, I can't debunk that.
Yeah, neither can I. I still can't debunk that every time I watch it.
Zach couldn't debunk it, even though he had Billy with him.
Kick the fucker in the nuts.
That's what I thought. Instead of tucking your tail between your legs, touch it or hit it. See if it moves. Or if it's a person doing that shit.
Yeah.
But he tried debunking it. The damn tall ass clown's still there. And that one I can't debunk.
Right.
Even if I was there, I'd be like, okay, how the fuck would I debunk that?
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Right.
If you, I mean, he did see a door open, but he didn't fully catch it.
Yeah, that's true.
Another instance, he was in like a doll museum when he was investigating Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Very faintly, you actually see a hand moving on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be able to be like, okay, does that doll have like a mechanism where it can move, or if it's motion activated? Because there were animatronic.
Yeah.
Because there's those fucking dolls out there too. They're
I
animatronics.
know. Yeah. But let's go back to the Clown Motel real quick. When we were watching it with Zach, when the thing moved its hand, it was sitting down on a chair.
Yeah.
Now, we faw CJ Faison do it.
Yeah.
When he went there, that damn thing was not in a chair. It was standing up.
Yeah. It got moved.
And it was kind of surprising that the owner had it standing up, but in the doorway where you walk in.
Yeah.
And it's like the inside was not the same.
No,
it was
got
more open.
It got renovated by new owners.
Yeah. Which was kind of strange.
I don't know.
Because the first time that they went there, they were just passing through because I think Zach and them were doing the Mizpah Hotel investigation, I think.
No, they were doing Goldfield.
Oh, Goldfield?
Yeah, it was the second time they went back.
We didn't see that clown at first.
No.
Until somebody put it in the van.
Yeah, just to fuck with him.
And then when they went back to do the interview, the clown was not in the corner.
No, it was sitting in the chair.
No, I'm talking about when they went back to do the interview with the original owner.
Oh.
Bob, I think his name was. The clown wasn't in there. From the first time we saw it in the van when Zach, got into the van and then the clown was like, and Zach fell out the freaking van.
That was funny.
When they went back and Zach was talking to the owner, we didn't see that clown in the motel, in that little area there.
No.
When they did the investigation, that clown was sitting down. And I was like, wait a second. Now I'm thinking all of this and everything. It's like, where did that clown just come from? It wasn't in the interview with the owner. It's in the investigation now. What the hell?
I don't know.
What did I miss through that whole episode?
I don't know. Probably as much as me, because I was even thinking the same thing. What?
Yeah. And then when CJ Faison shows up, it's all redone. It doesn't look the same anymore, but the damn thing's standing up in the middle of the entire place where you walk in the door.
I don't know.
It's just weird.
Everything's weird nowadays.
Literally. So now we have I hate that.
I know.
So now we have creepy dolls.
Yeah.
We have creepy clown dolls that move on their own.
Yeah.
We have Halloween props that have creepy clowns in them.
Yeah.
For Halloween style.
Yeah.
We have clown movies.
Yep.
From way back from black and white to now.
Yep.
A lot of these clowns are from the Killer Clown movie, which I've been seeing on YouTube lately.
Oh yeah.
I've saw I think there was like a video of like the anniversary of the Killer Clown movie.
Which one?
The colored version.
I'm trying to think because there's a lot of movies that have killer clowns in it.
I think it was the Killer Clowns from Space or something.
Oh god. Yeah, but bad, really bad B movie.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
And it's like, and then I saw a story. I think it was. Let's see, what day was I out? Oh, I threw that calendar away. Shoot! It was a day that I was out by myself. I was at an appointment, and I was going through my phone, and I saw something about a reboot movie of Killer Clowns.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the hell? And I just keep going and going and going. And I keep seeing reboots of this, reboots of that, reboots of this. And I'm like, what the hell? There's one too many reboots coming out. And here's the newest one that's coming out as a reboot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how many of you remember Super Mario Brothers.
Well, yeah. Who doesn't?
Okay. There is a reboot of Super Mario Brothers that is coming out next year.
Yeah, I know.
And I've already seen the news story for it. Chris Pratt is playing Mario. They found somebody to play Luigi.
Uh-huh.
They found somebody to play Toad. They found somebody to play Princess Peach. They found somebody to play King Bowser. Cooper's not in it. King Cooper's not in it whatsoever. I'm like, why would you do that?
Because they killed him off in the original. They killed Koopa off.
And I was like, oh my goodness. Then I saw another stories where it was being bashed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. I need to keep my eyes out for this. And it's just like, I couldn't catch it in time because I couldn't really save it to my phone because I ended up getting called for my appointment. I was like, damn. Why are people wanting to do reboots of classic freaking movies that nobody cares about?
I'm thinking it's a nostalgia thing. Like, the nostalgia's there. I mean, with Mario Brothers, I mean, people said there wouldn't be another one, even though the ending was supposed to have been a clue. But I guess there was an issue between Anthony Hopkins, who played Mario, and an issue with what's his name,
John
John.
Leguizamo.
Yeah, there was either an issue between those two with money, and the fact that, I mean, John, he was a game nerd. In real life, he was a game nerd,
Yeah,
so he knew what Super Mario Brothers was. Hodgkins didn't really strike me as a person that would knew what Super Mario Brothers was, unless he was John actually kind of aided him with it. Because I remember that in an interview he did a long time ago, that he didn't know what Super Mario Brothers was. He didn't know it was a video game. I'm trying to think. It was John that kind of showed him what the video game was and actually got him to play it, just so he could understand what Mario the role was.
right.
Even though, for some reason in the movie, they made Mario look, for like majority of the movie, look like a wuss, and Luigi had the balls. The cartoon version, Mario had a set of balls. Luigi was the bitch.
Yeah,
And I think that is what Hodgkins may have had an issue with. I mean, he liked the video game. He saw maybe like a couple of the cartoon episodes. And so, wait a minute. Why is my character as Mario the wuss? Shouldn't they both be? Should they both have a set of balls instead of one or the other? I don't think anybody really got that. Really got that answered. I mean, me personally, I can't stand reboots either.
right.
The only way I could see the reboot working is if they actually made both characters with a set of balls. I mean, even in the video game Luigi's Mansion, he's a scared pussy.
Yeah, that's true.
But I truly think one of the main reasons Super Mario Brothers 2 did not even kick off is because the two main actors had a problem with either the executive producer or the director. Because John, I think afterwards, had an issue with the director. Because John, he did go to the director, like, what are we going to do? When are we going to do Super Mario Brothers 2? And the director said, well, we're not. John, in a different interview, said, why would you create a movie where you leave a cliffhanger at the end and not bother to do a follow-up?
Mm-hmm.
And that director was literally cast out of Hollywood for that.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I just typed it in.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Movie is what it's called.
Yeah.
Nintendo announces a direct for the first trailer and reveals a very detailed poster. Mamma mia, is what Mario would say.
Yeah.
Nintendo has announced a Nintendo Direct presentation to reveal the first trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie and has unveiled a poster with tons of tiny details to pore over. Condescending with its appearance at New York Comic Con, Nintendo will begin a live stream at 1:05 p.m. Pacific, 4:05 Eastern Time, 9:05 p.m. UK time. It's not clear if the direct will simply consist of the trailer or if it will add further information. One thing Nintendo's clear on is that it won't feature any gaming news, which is actually the first.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As you can see in the announcement tweet, which I can't show here, you would have to go to Twitter and type in Nintendo of America or Nintendo America and follow them for it. It says, as you can see in the announcement tweet, we also got a packed new poster for the movie showing off a little of its animation style and perhaps hinting at some of the locations we'll see in the new Illumination movie. In it, we see a Toad Town, including a Toad who wears a similar backpack to Captain Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the Mario series' iconic hills in suddenly more epic form. Some Mario Galaxy floating islands, and of course, Peach's castle above it all. There are, of course, many little references too. My favorite being the antiques shop that seems to sell items we haven't seen in a Mario game for some time. Originally announced back in 2018, Super Mario, the movie, is being produced by Nintendo and Illumination. The film would resurface again during the September 2021 Nintendo Direct, where Mario creator, I can't pronounce the guy's name, but it sounds Japanese to me,
Probably is.
announced the film's cast. Chris Pratt will take on the title role as Mario. Um, Including other cast members, Anya Taylor Joy as Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi,
Never heard of him.
Jack Black as Bowser,
Okay, I could probably see that.
Keegan Michael Key as Toad, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. It'll be a while until we see this all-star cast take their best shot at Nintendo's iconic characters as Illumination and Nintendo delayed the movie until April 2023. Now, Keegan Michael Keys, I've heard of.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see how he plays Toad.
very.
Jack Black, be interested to see him how he plays Bowser.
I'm pretty sure he could do it.
Seth Rogen, be really interested in seeing how he plays Donkey Kong. due to the fact I have him playing Joker in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
which he's really good at. I have to say that. Jack Black, he's also known as Tenacious D. It's going to be very awesome to see him play Bowser. And Keenan Michael Keyes, he's usually on like Saturday Night Live. Once in a great while, he's on Whose Line Is It Anyways? But it'll be interesting to see. Now, if this movie does come out in 2023, I
We
mean,
have to see it.
granted, it says delayed the movie till April of 2023. If it does get released in 2023, I might want to go see it just to see how the 3 really does a really good job. Chris Pratt, I'll see how he does as Mario. But for the other 2 people,
There must be new.
it's going to be a toss up to really see how Anya Taylor Joy play as Peach and Charlie Day as Luigi. That's going to be a toss up. But being basically a rebooted movie, I don't know. But then down here it says Bob Hopkins really hated the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah. Look what they had him doing. You can't blame the guy.
And I might put that up here. I'll probably put that up on the site or up on the phone board. I'm not sure yet. As soon as I can figure out how to save this damn thing. Yes, I had to use the other computer here, and I had to put a whole new system on it because the other one crashed on me. So I'm trying to get used to using a new operating server called Ubuntu. So it's all new to me. But yeah, that's what that's for.
Okay, I'm ready.
Something else. That was more of an update to spring of 2023 about the movie. But they have the cartoon version of it.
Of course.
Movie release date back to spring of 2023. So that's what they're kind of shooting for is this spring of 2023 for it to be out there. And already it's already like 36 comments from a lot of people not happy. So yeah.
Probably because they wanted the original Luigi.
Yeah, probably. Okay, I go hand it over to the birthday girl for her stuff, or as her brother says, a lady.
He's so lucky he can get over that. Okay. We're starting with the R's now. I need to get these drink names done. These drink names are in sex innuendos for straights, LGBTQ plus oriented, that are also from music, movies, wrestling, wrestlers, has some ties with paranormal, for example, witches, witchcraft, ghosts, spirits, and also has a saying of what the fuck,
Huh?
and
Uncategorized.
that too, and whatever pops up from Mike's head. R&B, which it's abbreviated.
R&D or R&B?
R&B,
Rhythm and blues.
root beer.
Raunchy back. Rear bumper.
Raunchy bitch.
Raggedy bitch.
R&R.
Rump roast.
Rolls Royce.
Roly roly.
R float. RB winter.
Sounds like an author of a book.
It does. RTQ.
Well, we know RT's a Q.
And abbreviated Roisin the Queen. Rabid Pipple.
Run the queen.
Rabid Pipple.
Sounds like your brother.
RAC cocktail. RAC is abbreviated.
I have nothing.
Me neither. That's a what the fuck? Rachel's tidal wave. Racing Greyhound. That's a dog. Roquette Club. Rad Fuck. That's an innuendo. Radio City.
New York.
Radioactive Long Island iced tea. Try saying that 3 times. Radler.
That was your brother's bicycle's name.
Rafferno.
Wasn't that your brother's pet's name?
Alex, yeah, it's one of his dogs. One he called Inferno, the other one he called Rafferno. Rafuki Navidad.
Sounds like a fucked up monkey.
Rafu 18. Ragamuffin. Reggae Sunsplash.
That's a drink.
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Ragged Company.
Sounds like one of
Raging-
my ghost games.
Mm-hmm. Raging Bull. I think that's a movie. Raging Indian. Ragnar. Ragtime. Ragtime, I think, was a dance thing. Rail Splinter. Rainforest. Rayman. That's a movie. Rain Blow. Rainbow Brew. Sounds like something Scotty made one time. Rainbow fucking Bright.
Fucking cartoon. Toy.
There's also a cartoon movie. Rainbow Bright blowing sunshine up your ass. Try saying that 3 times.
Alex.
Oh no, this one's right up the alley. Rainbow Bright climaxing the rainbow on your hair.
Gills, taste the rainbow.
Well, I laugh like that because let me create the scenario. I know I said this a couple of times, but Paramike was getting a couple of emails asking about that. It was back in Florida, what I call the Lower East Side Hell.
Excuse me.
And I was wrestling then. I started doing a storyline with my brother Alex. Richie, on the other hand, he was okay with the storyline, but our brother had a habit of going overboard. So I started getting a lot of popularity where Alex popularity was kind of dwindling. We were both heels. But I was practically propelled to be the bigger heel than he was. Heel is basically a bad guy, a bad girl, fighting someone that's supposed to be a good guy, or so forth. And one day, I had to do a photo shoot. It was for like a summer photo shoot where myself and a couple other girls were supposed to do like swimsuit photos. Richie was okay with it because he knew it was part of wrestling gig, so he was fine with it. Alex was not okay with it. I mean, a couple of the guys that became friends with, started accusing Alex of being jealous because I was getting more popular than he was. And my brother Alex, he was also jealous of the bond that I have with our brother Richie. So that was also showing also. And the photo shoot was in Orlando because we had to do a show in Orlando also. Richie always done my hair before any show or any gig whatsoever. But he was busy helping our father with something. So Alex said, hey, why don't you let me do your hair? I'm the one with the certification. I didn't think anything of it. I said, okay. I don't know what he did to my hair. All I know is when he got done, he transformed my hair into what looked like a French poodle. It was that curly, that fuzzy. Frizzy, also. I said, I looked into the mirror, saw the way my hair was. I screamed so loud you could hear me from 10 blocks. Or, as some people have told me, the way I screamed for my brother Alex was you could hear me from the next state. I stormed out of the bathroom. My brother Richie, he was in the room after he got done helping our dad with something. He saw the way my hair was, and I looked at Alex. I went, I'm gonna fucking kill you. He's like, what? It's not that bad. Alex, I look like a fucking French poodle from a fucking cat house. You did this shit on purpose. I'm chasing him around literally through the whole hotel. Richie, he had to tackle me. Actually did put me in a chokehold. He knows how to do very well. He said, hey, calm down. I can fix it. Don't worry about him. I'll deal with him when I'm done fixing what the fuck he just did. When's the photo shoot? I went, the photo shoot is tomorrow. He's like looking at my hair. He looked at the stuff that Alex had put in my hair. He said, yeah, he definitely did it on purpose. I will get him back for that. Don't worry. I go, how are you going to fix it? It's going to take you at least 7 hours, 8 hours. He goes, well, okay, your photo shoot's tomorrow morning. When do you have to do a show? Bro, we're doing a show for the festival that's here for like a week. That's what the photo shoot's for. He's like, oh, that's right. The photo shoot is for the festival that's in town. And on Saturday, we have an actual show to do. He's like, okay. I got something for him. Just sit your ass down. Let me work. Which I had to shut my eyes because a lot of it, he's like, had no choice but to use the brush and literally almost rake it slowly down because it was so matted. He's like, sorry. I went, it's okay. I trust you. Which, instead of 7 hours, it literally was 8 hours on the dot. And I was fucking starving. He goes, Mike comes into the room. And he's like, damn. He's like, dude, why aren't you certified? He goes, I am certified. Just dumbass didn't know that. I know how to work with thick hair than he does. I go, okay, can we go eat now? Because I'm starving. Mike's like, I already made reservations for Red Lobster. At the time, Paramike didn't know how high the cost was for Red Lobster. He didn't know. I said, okay, I don't care where we're going. Alex comes out of his side of the hotel room. He goes, who's paying? Because I'm not paying Red Lobster. He goes, Paramike goes, your fucking ass can stay here for all I care. I'm getting my ass a lobster. So Richie, went into the bathroom because I had to use it, and I had to fix my get my makeup on. Finish my makeup, finish using the bathroom. I get out and I hear this loud crash. After clearly hearing my brother Richie go, you know, for someone that got their certification for hairdressing, for being a hairdresser, before me, you are a fucking idiot. Alex said something back to him, which causes the loud crash. I run into the living room. And I'm wearing heel slippers. Not my high heels, but my slippers that with heels on them. Took one slipper off my foot, tossed it, got my brother Richie in the shoulder, which was technically like a love tap, because I didn't really throw it that hard. He looked at me, I went, bro, you're going to kill him. He's like, no, I'm not. He's only out cold. I went, are you sure? He's like, yeah, he's breathing. Of course, he let go of his neck. Then I was hearing him breathing. I'm like, okay. He's like, see? He even checked the pulse and showed me. He's fine. He's just out cold. I went, okay. We go to eat at Red Lobster, which was literally almost next door to the hotel. And Mike's looking at the menu. Paramike almost has knifit of what a lobster was. He's like, maybe we should have settled for an Italian restaurant instead. I went, dear, just get the lobster. I got Dad's credit card. Dad gave me his credit card, remember? He's like, oh yeah, you did. He goes, how much is the limit on it? It's about, I go, the limit, it's unlimited. He's like, there's no limit on the credit card. No.
Let me stop you right there. The reason why I did what I did at Red Lobster, before I asked about the limit on the credit card from Dad, there was a commercial on TV about Red Lobster, about a certain poundage of a lobster, where it was a special dinner type
Yeah.
for one person. And I was very excited because it only comes around twice a year. And on this specific day and a specific time, I picked to go. We get there, we get seated. I ordered my drink. Parallel ordered her drink. Her brother ordered his drink. We're there. We're enjoying our drink. We're having a nice time. The waitress came over and we're ordering our food. I let Parallel go first. I let her brother go first. I let her other brother go first. Then it came to me. And I ordered what I saw on TV and everything. And I get told that, oh, we don't have that special for this month. False advertisement for this month that they stated, and I was pissed. That's why I flipped the fuck out. And I said, okay, let me continue looking and see what else I could find. And that's when I turned to Parallel. I said, okay, what's the limit on the damn fucking credit card?
Yeah, I said there was no limit.
Just due to the fact that it was false advertisement and I was pissed. So I had to look for something else. And that's when I said, well, maybe we should have gone to an Italian restaurant instead. Because they didn't have the special that they advertised for this month that I wanted to come to. And then she said, well, there's no limit. So I'm looking. And then I said, okay, I'll go for a 34-pound lobster. And I'm going to have to get this side dish. I'm going to have to get this side dish. I'm going to have to get this over here. And I'm going to have to get this one. So I order it, and it all comes out except for one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we ran out of that. I started having flames coming out of my ears. I had smoke coming out of my nose. Her brother Richie had to pull me outside. We went to the gas station across the street. He had to buy me a pack of cigarettes. Parallel is cussing this bitch out. Her father shows up and he can hear her from inside the damn car sitting at the traffic light that's about a block and a half down. Sitting next to an officer right next to him, and he can hear her cussing this female out. Looks over at her father, snaps his fingers, flips the light on, looks over at her father again and says, go. He floors it. The cop floors it right into the Red Lobster. Both of them gets out of the car, walks right in. I'm looking at him like, oh shit. Richie's on the other side of me, like, do we walk over and find out what's going on, or we just stand here and just wait? I'll be right back. I need to go back inside real quick. I go back inside. I grab two of these. I come outside. I open it up. I walk off the gas station property. I'm standing on the sidewalk. Now we can go across the street. Go over. Standing outside. I'm standing by her father's car, in between the police car. Her brother's standing with me. We're just smoking our Black and Mild cigars. Just standing there. Next thing I see is the owner of Red Lobster throw out half his staff out the front door. We're just like looking and everything. The officer just comes out, just standing there watching. Here comes the owner and her father walking out the door. The owner looks over at me and apologizes.
Order anything you want in the house.
No, he didn't do that.
Oh.
You come walking outside with the female waitress, bloodied, battered, broken arms, broken legs, dragging her out and just drops her. Somebody's going to jail tonight. Who is
I
it?
didn't go to jail.
Which one is it?
Swing at me.
Is it going to be the owner, the staff, or the bitch that's bleeding? Look over her brother. My car's over here. You want to go? You want to go to the other bar? Yeah, why not? We'll just let them deal with it. She'll probably call us, and we'll just let her know where we're at. Yeah, we get in his car and just leave.
Well, actually, if you went with Alex, Richie stayed with me because he noticed I started doing this.
Mm-mm. Alex stayed with you and Dad because Dad saw you go like this. Richie and I just took off. About an hour and a half to almost 2 hours later, you call us, ask, where are you two at? Richie tells you exactly where we're at. You, Alex, Dad, and the officer comes to that place there, and y'all just sitting down and just having drinks with us.
Oh.
2 days later, the owner of Red Lobster ends up calling us and says, hey, that special that we had advertising on TV last month, why don't you all come in? Everything's on the house. Okay. We went in. He had a brand new staff and everything. He had that special deal, and I was happy.
Oh, yeah.
And it was for a lifetime.
Then we get back to the hotel.
And 3 years later, the fucking hurricane came through and fucking destroyed the place.
We get back to the hotel. We're stuffed to the gills. I sat in the living room, started watching TV. Richie sat next to me. Alex went to sit on the opposite side of me. Richie's like, I went, bro, you can sit down next to me. You two don't have to keep fighting over who's the higher up. Lets him sit down next to me. Then Richie noticed Alex started fucking with my hair. He's like, I'm going to give you a warning due to the fact that she's sitting right in between us. Keep touching her hair, you're going to be on the floor. He kept touching my hair. Richie went, that's it. I got up to go get a soda because I was already loaded off of drinks. And Richie chokes him out, literally, again. And he just has this evil grin, like he just had an idea. I went, what did you do? He goes, I haven't done it yet. He noticed that I was freaking beyond drunk because I couldn't even stand. He goes, I think you're cut off. You're cut off. Oh, wait, bro, I'm having my Pepsi. He's like, oh, well, after your Pepsi, go lay down. You won't be able to do a photo shoot tomorrow if you got a hangover. Which I actually did. I fell asleep. I wake up the next day. Didn't have a hangover. I was a little jittery and a bit giddy. A little hyper. And next thing I see is Alex with literally the rainbow colors in neon colors in his hair. I said, oh my God. I look at Richie. He's sitting like this, arms folded, and like laughing. I go, you didn't. He goes, I said I would get it. I would get him, and I got him. Well, how the fuck did you do that? He goes, it's called experience. I went, you're not going to tell me. Nope. Do the photo shoot. Go to the fair where I was scheduled to do a few exhibition matches. And my boss sees Alex's hair and blurts out laughing. He goes, dude, have you ever looked in the mirror today? He's like, I don't have to. I wake up, my hair is completely fine. I went to say it, but Smokey Jim says to Alex, dude, go look in the mirror. Seriously. You look ridiculous. You'll have an exhibition match with your sister. He goes, walks to a mirror, going, I don't have this. What the fuck? And I wanted to say it, but I kept my mouth shut because I had a promo coming out in my head that I was saving. And everybody's making fun of him, asking how the Skittles taste. How's it look? How does it feel to have Skittles for your hair? And I couldn't stop myself. He gets in the ring. He goes in a microphone to me. Take it easy. I'm not in the mood. I said, I have to ask, how can you wake up and not look in a mirror all day? And you look ridiculous. And you think your hair is completely fine. He goes, think I have an idea how my hair got this way. And I saw him like shoot a look over at our brother. And I step in front of him. I go, "You're jealous." He goes, "I am so not jealous." Really? That's why you're getting all hot under the collar. I go, "But Rich, seriously, your hair looks like you had a one night stand with Rainbow Bright, and she climaxed the rainbow all over your head, and it got stuck. There's one way you could get rid of that, and that's called shaving your head. You either shave your head and grow it back out naturally, or it just stays there and you wait for it to slowly fade. And your new nickname would be Skittles." He goes, went to say something, but he couldn't. And I just go, "Taste the rainbow, Wendy." Next thing I see on what we call the Tron is footage of him in my dad's club, off his rocker drunk, dancing slash stripping on the table, saying he's Wendy. And I couldn't stop myself when I said it again. "Taste the rainbow, Wendy." Next thing I know, we start our exhibition match. And he has me in a on his shoulders because I went to try to drop down, like flip forward, to like catch him with a hurricanrana or something. Instead of doing the spot, lifts me up and slams me went to slam me on in the middle of the ring. Ended up overshotting it. It slammed me on the side of the ring, and I hit the floor. Literally popped my fucking shoulder out of place. So that was that. Moving on. Rainbow Orgy. That's an innuendo. Rainbow Road. Rainbow Snowball. Rainmaker. Rainy Wednesday. I think it was raining last week. Ricky and Water. Rico Mello. Rambo Shot. Rampage. That was the movie. What? Rampaging Gutbuster. Rampant Rabbit. Ramshacked. Racho Sanscuti.
Hey.
That's one. This is Rocco Santucci. Rangers Rocker. Rare Beef. Raspberries Romanoff. Raspberry Ass Liquor.
You.
Innuendo. Raspberry Bulldozer. Raspberry Chi Chi. raspberry cream, raspberry creme, raspberry filch, raspberry lime smasher, raspberry muscle relaxant.
Sounds like
Red-
something you jump in a bathtub for.
Yeah, it does. Raspberry pancake,
Ew. You find that up in Vermont. Newport area, I think.
raspberry release,
Icky dog farts.
raspberry sex, innuendo,
Yikes.
raspberry sizzle, raspberry stupid.
Sometimes I thought your brother was like that.
Rastus Biff, Rastus Revenge,
Don't
Rat
piss off a
fuck.
Jamaican.
was what?
Don't piss off a Jamaican.
Rat fuck. Ratty old deer head,
Eesh.
raving psycho. That's my brother Richie when he was really pissed. Raspberry kicker, Rasparetto,
Sounds like a fucked up gun.
Razzle Dazzle. That's a dance reference.
It's a fucking saying, too.
Ready Steady, Real 57 Chevy,
Oh, classic cars.
Real Cuban Libre,
Wrestler.
Real Jungle Bug, Rear Buster, Real Pisser, Real Sezertek, Rebel Rouser, innuendo, Rebel Yell, cocktail. Really? After a song by Billy Idol. Red Alert, Red and Black colors, Redbeard, Red Cloud, Red Kami, Red Devil, Paranormal, Red Dragon's Breath, Paranormal, Witch's Brew, Red Dwarf, Red Eisentrout.
That sounds like a star.
Yeah, it does. Red Eyed Hell, Red Haas, Red Headed Leg Spreader. Really?
Ew. Definitely an innuendo.
Yes.
Well, hello there.
Red Headed Mexican. Innuendo. Red Headed Woodpecker. Innuendo. Red Horn. Red Hot Chilies. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Music group. Red Jack. Red Juicy Puss. Innuendo. Red Lobster.
Da 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 da.
Red Mofo.
Sounds
Red
like a
Moon.
bad rough Stafarian.
Red Mosquito.
Never seen one.
Red Nuts.
That's what happens when you stay out in the sun too long.
Red Panties.
Oh.
Red Risk. Red Right. Red Snapper. That's a fish. Red Witch, Redneck,
Ding 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 ding.
Redneck Blitzkrieg,
The fuck?
I never understood that one either. Redneck Zombie,
Sounds like a bad horror movie.
Refresher, Regatta, Moscow Mule, Reptile, Requiem, Resaska, Water, Retribution, sounds like a wrestling term, Rheingold, Rhino, it's the animal, Rhodesian Stunt Pilot, Richie 50. That's not going to be for a long time. Richie's Family,
That's us.
Richie's Sister,
That's you.
Ricky Martini, Ricky Root Beer, Riddler's Shot, Riley's Rosarita, Riley Sparrow, Ringo, after a Beatles member, Rip Griffin, Rip Rock, Rising Skirt, Innuendo, Risky Okie,
That makes no sense.
Roadrunner,
Beep, beep. Meow.
Roadkill,
See that every day
Roadkill Toaster Oven,
in a junkyard.
Roadrunner Punch,
Hmm?
Roadster,
Classic cars.
Roaring 40s,
I wish.
Rob Zombie,
Good artist. Bad movie director.
Halloween wasn't that bad. I actually like that better than the original.
Please, he's done the Monsters movie.
I know.
1313 Mockingbird Lane. Jesus Christ.
Robitussin,
Yeah, good medicine, but not doesn't really do much.
no. Robot Cocktail,
Okay, if I see a fucking robot drinking a cocktail, I'm done.
Rock Lobster, Rocket Fuel,
That was a good song.
Hmm.
Rock Lobster. That was a good song. I just forgot who the artist was.
Rockin' Killer Kool-Aid, Rocky Mountain Bear Fuck,
I do not want to see that.
Rocky Mountain Motherfucker, Rock Mountain Bump Sucker, Rod on the Rocks, Roof Sing, Ralph Scandinavian Glog, Roger Rabbit. Not too bad of a movie. Roger Swims a Mile. Roll Me Over. Innuendo. Roll Me Over and Take Me Down. Or freaking Innuendo. Roller Coaster.
I
It's a
love
ride.
those. I love those rides.
Rolling Green Elixir. Rolls Royce,
Yeah.
the car. Roman candle. That's an actual candle. Roman riot. Ramona banana. Rum's Finnegan's Wake.
The fuck?
Ronin grasshopper. Rooster piss. Rooster tail.
That can go either way.
Mm-hmm. Root canal. I'm gonna have more than that in about 2 months.
Yes, you are.
Root beer floaty. Roses and thistle. Rose D my cocktail. Rose on the Ritz.
Never heard of that one before.
It's a rare. It's rare. That's why it's not really well known. Rose of Warsaw. Rosetta.
That's a learning thing.
Roswell.
Mexico.
Rotten Pussy.
No, thank you.
George Carlin. Roxy Special. Royal Bitch.
That's you.
Yep. Royal Ass.
That can go either way.
Royal Caribbean Fuck. Royal Cheap Fuck.
I've had those.
Royal Dick.
That's up north.
I'd say more Alex.
Okay, then that's down in hell.
Royal Flush.
I've had those. Against your father.
Royal Fuck.
Never had one of those.
Royal Laundry.
No.
Royal Silver.
Pain in the ass to clean.
Royal Turkey.
Bullshit.
Ruse Snapshot. Innuendo. Rubber Chicken.
I was going to say Rue Snapshot. That would be RuPaul's famous snapshots that she does.
Rubber Ducky.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
Don't even sing it.
Blow that fucking duck out of the water.
Ruby Relaxer.
I want to say that's a spell,
It is.
but what type of spell would that be used for?
It's to relax somebody. It's a relaxant.
Well, that I understand, but
In other words,
is it really used for relaxing somebody, or is it used in a different way that's really not explained?
no, it's for relaxant.
Okay. It just sounds weird to me.
I know.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because Ruby relaxing. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, yeah, it's to relax somebody. It's perfect as a spell like that. You know, it
It's
means a
mainly
lot
a
of people is like stressed out. They just need to relaxing. This works, yada yada yada. Does it really mean what it means? Is there something else to it that people really don't want to release?
No. It's just a relaxant.
You
It's
see
more
where
of
I'm
a
going with
potion.
it, though?
Yeah, it's more of a potion.
Yeah, I know it's a potion. It's a potion to where people just says, "Oh no, it's just a potion to relax the human body. It's to relax the muscles, to relax the mind, relax the soul, relax the energy of the human body." Yeah, you can get somebody to believe that, but is it really what it's meaning?
You're gonna make me work?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I only know-
We can save that for episode 64. You know, I mean, I'll keep that fresh in my mind when we do episode 64. But I just, I'm kind of not on that whole. Oh, it's just relaxing bullshit. That's all.
Well, Ruby Relaxer is another form of it's a potion, but it's a lotion, well, mainly. It's like after I take one of my cleansing baths
You're right.
and I put on specific lotion.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, I understand. I understand that part. I'm just, we'll talk about more about that in 64. I'm just like Ruby relaxing. It's just one part of me understands it. The other part of me is like, is that what it really means? Well,
Write down.
We'll talk
look
about that.
up potions.
We'll talk about that in 64. Don't worry. Just keep going.
I know. Just write it down so
I
I
will.
remember.
I will.
Ruby Runner. Ruby Slipper.
Fucking Cinderella.
Ruby Tuesday.
Haven't been there yet. We need to go one of these
Yes, I know.
months.
Rugburn. Ow.
You had that a few months back.
No kidding.
Fucking bat.
Rug Muncher. In your window.
Not touching that.
Vromala Olaf. His friend.
I was about to say it sounded like a German food from that place in West Springfield there off the Rotary. I can't remember the damn place.
Rum Rumble. Rum Relaxer. Rum Runner. Rum Runner Mondays. Rum Surek. Rum Scaffa. Rum Scoundrel. Rum Shrub. Rum Snap. Rum Sunday. Rum Sweetie. Rum Swizzle. Rum Weller. Rummage.
Yard sale.
Rum Alright.
That makes no
What the
sense.
fuck? Rumbling Raspberry. Rumka.
Sounds like about to explode.
Rumple Shock. Run for your money.
That's a saying.
Runner's Mark. Ruptured Duck.
Sounds like the damn thing exploded.
Russian Boilermaker. Russian Coffee Dog.
What the fuck?
Russian Cream.
Keep it in your pants.
Russian Denim. Russian Funk.
Sounds like a bad dance.
Russian Iceberg. Russian Orgy. Innuendo.
No, thank you.
Russian Quaalude.
No way.
Russian Satellite.
That's in space.
Rusty Lumberjack.
Time to retire.
Rusty Mist.
How can a mist be rusty?
Rusty Nail.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of those.
Rusty Screw.
Seen plenty of those.
Rusty Tuna.
That's only if rust gets onto the tuna.
Rhino Supercharger.
Yeah, if you're part of the Power Rangers.
Okay. I need to go. That way you can take over.
Okie dokie. Oops. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got. All right. We have the USS Greyback. The SS 208 resurfaces after 75 years. What was on board was unexpected. 75 years after she first disappeared off the coast of Okinawa, the wreck of the USS Greyback, SS 208, was discovered at the bottom of the Philippine Sea, more than 100 nautical miles from the U.S. Navy. Described her as being the astounding discovery finally brought peace to the families of the 80 American soldiers who were tragically lost in the submarine's sinking. Holy crap. I did not know that this oversized ship disappeared. The only problem is they didn't even say what year this thing disappeared until later on, which is a mystery. The incredible service of the USS Greyback was commissioned on June 30th of 1941 as part of the Atlantic Fleet. The Tamber class vessel was the first of the Navy to be named for a species of lake herring. During the Second World War, she was the 20th in the total tonnage sunk by U.S. submarines, taking down 14 enemy ships, 63,835 tons. That's a heavy bitch. In February of 1942, a year later, Greyback departed for Maine, with her destination being Hawaii, or as Gabriel Iglesias says, Hawaii. The submarine's first war patrol took her along the coast of Saipan and Guam, where she had a 4-day standoff with an enemy submarine. The enemy vessel fired 2 torpedoes at Greyback and followed her until she managed to escape. A month later, she sank her first ship, the Japanese cargo vessel Ishikari Maru. The last one I could say. Greyback later moved into patrols of the South China Sea and St. George Passage, where the submarine was challenged by the bright moonlight, intense enemy patrols, and treacherous waters. The presence of her and her sister ships was instrumental in the success of the GUADAL Canal campaign, America's first major land offense of the Pacific War. Greyback garnered an impressive number of kills, but her 10th patrol was her most successful and also her last. The USS Greyback's final mission was her most successful. On February 24th, 1944, the U.S. Greyback's crew radioed that they sunk 2 cargo ships and damaged 2 others. The following day, they transmitted their last report. They sunk the Japanese tanker Naho Maru and left ASAMA Maru damaged. With only 2 torpedoes left, the submarine was ordered to return to base in Fremantle, Western Australia. Greyback was supposed to arrive at Mayday on March 7th, 1944, but was nowhere to be found. By May 30th, she was officially listed as missing, with no survivors. Captured Japanese records painted a picture of Grayback's final moments. The submarine used her last two torpedoes to sink the Japanese cargo ship Ceylon Maru on February 27th, but was spotted by a Nakajima B-5N torpedo bomber and hit with a 500-pound bomb. Grayback sank to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, where she remained undiscovered for nearly a century. During the Second World War, 52 U.S. submarines were lost, taking the lives of 3,704 officers and 3,131 sailors. The Lost 52 Project is an intensive decade to localizing all 52 vessels to bring closures to the families of those who lost their lives. Using state-of-the-art technology, which we have today, the team captured incredible images and 3D scans of the wrecks they discovered to help document each submarine. There is a YouTube video that you can watch, but unfortunately, I can't put it up here. But I will try to have the link somewhere up on the YouTube video in the description later on tonight when this live broadcast is over with. On November 10th, 2019, the Lost 52 Project announced it had located the USS Grayback some 50 nautical miles south of Okinawa, roughly 1,400 feet below the surface. Her deck gun was found 400 feet away from the main wreckage. The damage the submarine had sustained appeared consistent with what was listed in the Japanese report. There were severe damage aft of the conning tower, and part of the hull had imploded. As well, the bow had broken off at an angle. Kind of sounds like almost like the Titanic a bit. It's a miracle they even found the wreck, considering the original coordinates translated by the Navy were 100 nautical miles off, thanks to a clerical error that was off by just one number. Almost every day you hear about a clerical error by one number. That's a hell of a margin error. The team set up a dive team to explore the wreckage, but what they found inside overshadowed the celebratory mood around such an incredible discovery. Tim Taylor, not the guy from Tool Time, one of the team leads, shared how he felt with New York Times. We were elated, but it's also sobering because we just found 80 men. Wow. Of course, there's a lot more to this story, but holy crap. But all of the family's prayers has been answered about the Grayback. And now we go back to the birthday girl, which her brother calls the 41-year-old lady.
Okay. S'mores milk.
Yeah.
SOB.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. That's up north.
S2C3
Sounds like a cryptic code.
SA Red Draw. Sabra. Sabino Special. Sackville Surprise. Innuendo. Sacrifice. That would be possible paranormal because sacrificial, sacrilegious. Safari Juice.
Ew.
Safe Scrumpy. Safe Sex on the Beach.
Ew, ew, ew.
Sailing By. Sailor Butter Rum. Sailor Fucking Jupiter. Sailor Fucking Mars. Sailor Fucking Mercury.
Are you kidding me?
Sailor Fucking Venus.
No, Jesus fucking Christ.
Sailor Fucking Moon. Yes, I'm serious. People made drinks after this stupid cartoon. Sake Bomb.
Okinawa.
Sake O Martini.
Ew.
Sake Tuminami. Sake Teenies. Sake Surprise. Sakura Sake Blue. Salem Witch.
You.
And my brother.
Dog.
Salisbury Special. Sally Fudd Pucker.
From the Sally House.
Sally Salt Lick. Salty Balls. Salty Chihuahua.
Gabriel's Duggies.
Salty Dog.
I miss that saloon.
Sambuzo Turkey. Same Old Song.
Yeah.
Sammy Slammer. Sammy Special. Samurai Punch. San Diego Silver Bullet. San Francisco. San Francisco Sidecar. San Juan Cooler.
That's a San Francisco treat.
Mm-hmm. San Patricio.
That's either the Bay Area or that's a San Diego drink.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
San Remo. San Salvador. Sancho Panza.
That sounds like a Mexican drink.
Mm-hmm. Sand Dance.
Okay, that sounds like an Egyptian dance.
Sand in the Crack.
No.
Sand in your shorts.
That's what happens when you go on the beach.
Sand up your ass.
Beach.
Sandbar Sleeper. Sounds like a wrestling move. Sandra buys a dog. Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Santa Fe. Santa Monica Pier.
Good place to
Santa
fish.
Shot. Santo Libre,
Sounds like a bad Mexican wrestler.
Santirni Sundown, Sayoko, Sorona Cur Imperial, Sorona Peach Fuzz, Sorose Teeny, Sasket Chiwan Paralyzer. I'll say that again because I hiccuped. Saskat Chiwan Paralyzer.
Sounds like a wrestling move for Lucha Underground.
Satan's Daughter.
You
Satan's Son.
up north.
Satan's Piss.
Up north.
Satan's Revenge.
Up north.
Satan's Spawn.
Up north.
Satan's
And you-
Whiskers.
That's debatable.
Satin Sheet.
Phew, I wish.
Saturday Night Special.
Mm,
Saucy Sue Cocktail.
sounds nasty.
Savoy Affair.
Sounds like a big scandal.
Mm-hmm. Sax with it.
That sounds like what the fucking huh?
Saserac. Scarlet's Torch.
Don't piss the bitch off.
Smooch. Schnapp Bomb. Schnapp it up. What?
When you said that, somebody disagreed with you on that one.
Snopster. Scholar's Nightmare.
Sound like a lobster had a bad feud with something.
School Bus.
She those every day.
Swartsky. Scofflaw.
Sounds like a bad brioche.
Scooby-Doo.
Herbie, Raggy,
Scooby Snack.
Rubiac.
Scooter.
Really?
Scope.
Sniper.
Scorpio.
Yeah, that's a wrestler's name.
Scorpion.
Mortal Kombat.
That's a bug. Scorpion's tail. Scotch and water.
Yo,
Scotch bird fire.
those two don't go together at all.
Scotty was beamed up.
Star Trek.
Scottish jersey. Scrappy Doo.
Fuck that little bastard dog.
Scrappy snack.
Never seen one.
Screaming banana.
That's when the fucker's on fire.
Screaming banana banshee.
That's when the Benji has a banana up and never mind.
Screaming blue Viking.
That's what happens when the Viking ship gets taken over.
Screaming chocolate monkey.
That's when you take the chocolate away from the monkey.
Screaming multiple climax.
Really? Yeah.
That's an innuendo. Screaming multiple orgasm. Innuendo.
What?
Screaming multiple orgasm on the beach. Innuendo. Screaming orgasm. Innuendo. Screaming San Francisco orgasm on the beach style. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Nightmare. What?
Screaming Peach.
Okay, if there's a peach that screams, run!
Screaming Purple.
Okay, if a purple screams, run.
Screaming Slippery Bald Beaver.
Up north.
Screaming Viking.
In hell.
Screaming White Orgasm. Innuendo. Screw me sideways. Innuendo.
Later.
Screw the polar bear.
No, thank you.
Screw up. Screwdriver a la Carla. Screwdriver Barracuda. Screwdriver color.
Sounds like desserts.
Screwed banana. Screwdriver.
Good drink.
Screwed parrot. Screwy ruby. Scrum driver. Scuborozo.
Hey.
Scurvy.
Sound like a disease.
SD special. That's an abbreviated. Some dick. That's the only thing that comes to mind. SDSM and Sweet Hard Rocker.
Got nothing.
Sea Dragon. Seaboard. Sea-Doo. Sea Galamedon. Seal Beach Cruiser. Sea Route. Seattle Smog. Seaweed. Secret number 43. Seduction on the Rocks. Innuendo. See you in the morning. Seething jealousy.
That's a phrase.
Yeah. Senator's sweet stuff. Senorita.
That's a hot Mexican woman.
Sensei on the Rocks.
That's when you want to put the bastard on the rocks.
Separator. Ow. In your window.
Yeehaw.
Seth's Candyman.
No.
7 and 7. Seven Veils. Sever Street Special.
Sounds like a movie.
It does. Sex Appeal. Sex on My Horse. Innuendo. Sex in the Desert.
Talk about burning sand.
Innuendo. Sex in the Driveway.
No.
Innuendo. Sex in the Red Zone.
Danger, danger, danger.
Innuendo. Sex in the Shower.
I miss those times.
Innuendo.
You're about to say indivert.
Shut up, I got a buzz. Sex on Acid.
No, thank you.
Sex on an Arizona beach. Sex on Brighton Beach. Sex on Daytona Beach.
If you can get away with it.
Sex on Ice.
Too cold.
Sex on my face. Innuendo.
Yee-haw!
Sex on the brain.
24/7, 365 days a year.
Sex on the clock. Sex
that
on the
possible?
dance floor. Innuendo. Sex on the grass.
If you want to get grass rash.
Innuendo. Sex on the island.
By the equator.
Innuendo. Sex on the pool table.
I don't know how people can do that.
I don't either. Innuendo. Sex on the shore.
Equator.
Sex on the sofa. Innuendo. Sex under the boardwalk.
Mhm.
Innuendo.
Under the boardwalk.
Sex under the shitmas tree.
Fuck you people.
Sex with the two-skin bartender. Innuendo.
What
Sex-
the fuck? And
Sex under the bleachers.
Yeah, if you're still in high school.
Sex with an alligator.
Bestiality.
Innuendo. Sex with
That's
a
not
kid.
even in the window. I'm sorry. That is not an innuendo. That is bestiality. You ought to be shot for that.
Sex with a cheerleader. Innuendo.
Ho, ho, ho.
Sex with Jess.
No.
Sex with the bartender. Innuendo.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Sex with the captain. Innuendo. Sexaholic. Sexual chocolate.
Mark Henry.
Sexual trance.
Is there such a thing?
Don't know. Sexy alligator.
There's no such thing.
Sexy bitch.
That's you.
SG03. That's a
Sounds like a military thing.
Might be.
Sounds like an operation.
SG Pompino.
That sounds like a military operation.
Shadow Flare. Shaft.
She said shaft.
Shag by the shore.
Sounds like an Austin Powers thing.
Shagger. Shahina. Shake that ass.
Shake that ass. Come on, baby. Shake that ass. That's a song.
Shaky jar. Shanane.
That's somebody's name.
Sharks Mai Tai.
Mhm.
Shark's nipple.
I didn't know sharks had nipples.
Sharpshooter. That's a wrestling maneuver.
Yeah.
Shattered dreams. That's a wrestling maneuver.
Bill Dust.
Shaved pussy. Shazam shooter. She-Hulk.
That's a movie.
Sheik's purple shirt. Shell shock. That's a wrestling move.
And war thing. Shell shock.
Sherburger. Sherry Bear's lemonade.
I've actually had that as a kid.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
Shady classic.
Hey,
Shimano.
no such thing.
Shimmers. Shindig. That's a dancing.
Ding 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 ding.
Shine Bomb. Shiny Nail. Ship of Fools. Ship's Cat.
Yeah, the cat likes water.
Shit on Grass. Shit on the Grass.
Mhm.
Shitface.
Up north.
Shit in Blue.
Okay, if you could ship blue, that'd be fun, fucking awesome.
Shocker. That's the saying.
So how about you touch an outlet? Ooh, shit! I got shocker.
Shocking Chocolate.
Okay, if chocolate could shock you, I'm not eating chocolate ever again.
Shoes.
That's what you're wearing. Your feet.
Shogun. Shogun.
Wasn't that a movie?
I don't know. Might have been. Shoot. That's a phrase. Shoot to the moon. Shooter special. Shore leave.
Navy.
Short bus.
We've gotten on those a few times.
Shot in the dark.
That's a saying.
And it's also an Ozzy song.
Mm-hmm.
Shot in the pot.
Wasn't also a Bon Jovi song too?
Shot in the dark.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shot in the dark and you're to blame.
I don't know. Do I look like I listen to Bon Jovi? Hell no.
I think so. I think that was a lyric in one of his songs. Oh yeah, it was. You give love a bad name. Yeah, it was.
Shot of hell. Shotgun. That's a saying. Shotgun.
I got shotgun. Man, you and your brother always fight over the front seat.
Shotgun Lou. Show me the money. Jerry Maguire thing. Shrek.
Mike Myers.
Shrewsbury Slimmer. Shrub.
Nasty drink.
Shut the hell up.
That's a saying. Of course, both of you always say that to each other. Shut the hell up.
I know, but when we say it,
You shut the hell up.
Yeah, but when we say it to each other, we're laughing though.
Mm.
Shewalla.
The fuck?
Schwintastic.
That's a Mike Myers saying. Wayne's World, Wayne's World.
Sai Kami Kai.
The fuck?
Siberian Dutchman. Siberian Frost. Siberian Slider. Sicilian Kiss. Sid Vicious.
Wrestler.
Sid Special. Sid Harta. Sidekick.
That's a toss up between you and up north.
Sideways.
Sometimes I think
Sig
you
Tau
like that.
Scorpion. Sigma New Ballbuster. Silent Broadsider. Silent Monk. Silent Touch.
That's
Silk
when there's
Panties.
nothing around you.
Silk Stocking.
TV show, long time ago.
Silver Bullet, Stephen
Killer
King.
Werewolf.
Silver Cloud,
Never seen one.
Simon Says Sidecar,
Sounds like a fucked up motorcycle.
Simple but Sweet,
Not really.
Simple Charm,
No such thing.
Simply Exquisite,
That's you.
Symphonian,
The fuck is that? Sounds like a fucked up music box.
Singapore Sling, Sinlet, Sip and Get Funky, Sip and Go Naked, Sister Star Seeker, Sit on My Face, Innuendo, Sit on My Face, Mary Jane, Innuendo,
That's what Peter Parker wants.
Sitarsky, Six Chicks,
That's one too many bitches.
Sizz Shot, Sizzler, Skeet, and Lean. Sky Slope, Skid Marks, Skin and Bones, Skinny Dip,
I missed those.
Skinny Dipper, Skip and Go Naked, Skipper's Ripper. Let me see here.
That sounds like something for a steakhouse. Or something that Highland Jack would give out for a steak dinner.
Skippy,
Nasty peanut butter.
Skitka, Skittles. Used to be able to eat that candy, but I can't eat it no more.
I can't stand the smell of it.
Skull, Skunk Ape, Skunk Pussy,
Oh, no thank you.
Sky Blue Fallout,
Yeah, that's when it pisses outside.
Slackers Slammer, Slam Dunk,
Basketball.
Slam Dancer,
That's when you slam the bitch on the floor.
Slammin' Sammy, Slap
that was a
Your
card-
Mama.
I think that was a cartoon character.
I don't know.
Slammin' Sammy. I think that was a cartoon character.
Probably cartoons that you've watched, because I don't remember any. Slap Your Mama.
You do that when you were a kid.
Slapper. Slap Shots.
Hockey.
Slaughtering the Slothman. Sledgehammer.
Good song. Good
That's
movie.
Tool.
Good TV too.
Sleigh Ride.
Shit mess.
Slick Irish Root Beer Lollipop.
Never had one of those.
Slider.
Mini burgers. They don't like them.
Slim Shady.
M&M.
Slime Cocktail.
Ghostbusters.
Slime.
Ghostbusters.
Slimer.
Ghostbusters.
Slimer's Ecto Cooler.
Ghostbusters.
Slippery Box.
That's when it's frozen.
Slippery Dick.
The
Slippery Dickle.
hell is that?
Slippery Eggs. Slippery Nipple.
Yes.
Slippery Nutcracker.
Ouch.
Slippery nut shooter.
Double ouch.
Slippery panties.
Ooh.
Slippery root beer lollipop. Slippery sailor.
Get that bastard.
Slippery strawberry bald beaver. Slippery tasty bald beaver. Slippery wet innuendo.
And also a saying.
Slow comfortable screw. That's
Mm.
SLOE. Slow comfortable screw against the wall.
Boom, boom, boom,
Innuendo.
boom, 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 boom,
Slow comfortable screw against the wall with satin pillow. Try saying that 5 times.
No, thank you.
Innuendo. Slow berry cocktail. Sloppy grumper. Sloppy Joes.
Used to enjoy them. Now I can't stand them.
Sloppy. Oh, wait, wrong one. Slow, comfortable screw on a dog box.
Talk about aching backs.
Slow finish. Slow fuck. Slow, painful moment. I've had quite a few. Slow screw. Sludge. Slurpee from hell. Slurricane. Slushy. Slut tits.
Las Vegas.
Slutty temple.
Las Vegas.
Smarties. Those are candy.
Mm-hmm. I think there's also
Smeghead.
I think they're also making it into an ice cream now.
Yeah, they are. Smeghead.
The fuck is that?
Samarito. Smirnoff Snapple Spikage.
That sounds nasty.
Okay, I gotta go that way. You can.
Uh-oh. She got the hickey uppers. She got her birthday hiccups.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see. We have an Alpine woman shares story of coming face to face with a cryptid. This is why you have to be careful in the mountains. There are things in the Alpine, strange things, or the Alpine mountains, or Appalachia. Strange things, supernatural things. The land there is older than bones, and there are happenings that no one can quite explain and have long since learned to just ignore them. Apparently, in the Appalachian, there are rules to follow. If you are out in the wilderness and you see something strange, no, you didn't. Yes, you did. If you hear something, call your name. No, you definitely didn't. Yes, you did. This TikToker, no stranger to creepy things happening on her family farm, tells a terrifying story of the first time she came into contact with a cryptid. Of course, there is a video, but I can't show it. She was out walking her dog one night when everything went eerily quiet. There were no nightly sounds, no insects, no wind, no traffic from the road near her house. Nothing. Her dog, not usually one to spook, goes sprinting towards the house, pulling the woman along with her on a leash. Screen door and main door are shut, but as they approach, it flies open as if barking them or breaking them open. The second they get inside and shut both the screen and solid door behind them, something goes slamming into the door after them hard enough to make the pictures on the wall rattle. She looked out the peephole and saw nothing. Ever since then, she said she'd had spooky experiences on her land and property. She is now a big believer in the rules. Many traditional folks and adhered to. According to her, she now knows not to provoke the creatures one finds in their wilderness.
Mm,
Yeah. So you live in the Alpines or the Appalachia, and there are rules to follow, and people tell you you didn't see anything or hear anything. Uh, yeah. If you heard something, you seen something, fuck the rules. That's just my point of view. Back to the birthday girl.
Smith and Kearns. Smith and Wesson. It's a gun.
And a company.
Smooch. Smoochy blue. That's a what the fuck? Smoochy red. Smooth red. Smooth dog. Smoother operator. Smooth sailing. Smurf fart. Smurf juice. Smurf piss. Smut. Snake in the grass. That's the same. Snapping piss. Snapping turtle.
I didn't know piss could snap.
You need a sneak attack.
Mhm.
Sneaky bastard.
Up north.
I know, but I love him. Sneaky sucker.
Up north.
Snow cone. Snow blender. Snow melt. Snowshoe. Again, how any of these became drinks, I have no idea. Snow White.
Fucking hooker.
Snowball. Snowball Dookie. Snowballs. Snowboard.
I wish I learned.
Snowflake.
Republicans.
Snowplow. Soapy tits. Solitaire.
Game.
Sombrero.
Hot.
Some bird. Something peachy.
That's up north.
Sophisticate.
Debatable.
Sore throat. Soul Kiss cocktail.
Bullshit.
Soul Taker.
Down in
Sour,
hell.
Sour Patch Kid.
Hmm.
South of the Border. That's a restaurant.
Never been there.
Wouldn't be able to eat there. Southern Blast. Southern Bandage. Southern Bound Meter. Southern Bubbles. Southern Bandage. No, wait.
You already said that.
Southern Comfy Couch. Southern Delta Cult. Southern Fruity Passion. Southern Gangrene.
Disease.
Southern Pink Flamingo. Southern Raspberry Tart. Southern Sparkler. Sourdough Hammer. Space Odyssey. Spanish Fly. Wrestling term. Wrestling move. Spank the Monkey.
Spank the monkey.
Innuendo.
Also a song.
Spark in the Night. Sparkling Mary Pickford. Spark Plug.
Okay. That's part of a car. What? I don't know.
Sparty's Beach Party. Spear Chugger. Spearmint Lifesaver. That's a candy. Special for a fray. Special K.
Cereal, snack bar, drink,
Crap.
shit.
Special Rough Cocktail. Special Tequini. Speedball. Speedboat Manatee. Speedy Beamer. Hi, monkey.
Try again.
Batty.
What, you want to be on camera? You want to be on camera? You gotta hook it up.
About to see one of the babies.
Yeah, if I can find my cord. Sure shit. Where is it?
Speedy Gonzalez.
Arriba, andale.
Speedy Gonzalez Boiler Popper.
That's a new one.
Sperm. Spew. Spice and Ice.
That's a new one.
Spice Cake. Spiced Dick. Spicy Sword.
Come on, where is it? There it is.
Spicy Banana Licado.
That's an even newer one.
Spicy Buttery Nipple. Innuendo. Spicy Delirious Fire.
Okay.
Spicy Hedgehog.
Really? You gotta put Sonic the Hedgehog in there?
No. Just said Spiky Hedgehog.
Oh, I thought you said Spicy Hedgehog.
Huh?
I thought you said spicy
No,
hedgehog.
spiky.
Oh, spiky. What the hell? Oh.
Spiking coffee. Spit in the hand. Splendor blenders. Split beaver. Ow.
That sounds like it hurts.
Spooky juice.
That's a Halloween drink.
Yep. Sporin cooler.
Ew.
Sparkling Dubinsky. Spring.
I can't wait for that to come around.
Spring break. Spring
Uh,
feeling cocktail. Spring book.
let's see. There he is.
Hey, daddy.
You can only see his eyes, though.
I see him. Hey, baby. He's like, which way do I look? Do I look at mommy or look at daddy? What the fuck?
There he is.
There's my baby.
There's the big black baby.
He's like, God damn, that's right. Spring Bookie.
Sounds like a bad Zumbuka drink.
Sabrodka.
That sounds like a German drink.
Mm-hmm. Spud gun.
That sounds like a messed up tool.
Spunky monkey.
Fortunately, he's not in here.
Spy catcher. Spy master. Squashed frog.
Oh, poor Kermit the Froggy.
Squeaker.
That's him over here.
Squirtle.
Pokemon!
I said squirrel.
You said squirrel.
I said squirrel, not
Oh.
Squirtle. Squirting orgasm.
Ew.
Innuendo. Squish frog.
Ah, poor Kermit the Frog got squished finally by Miss Piggy.
Squished smurf. Saint old man. Stabilizer. Stained blue dress. Stampede. Standard cream. Stanley steamer.
Estes, Colorado.
Stanley super secret lemonade.
I wonder if that's how he started.
Starfucker. Star Wars. Starburst. Candy.
Yep.
Starless Weaver. Starry Night. Might be tonight. I don't know.
It says
Starry Night Martini.
According to the weather, it says 63 degrees and clear.
Stars Fall on Alabama. Star Seeker. Start Me Up. Status Quo. Steamboat. Steeplechase. Stem Winder. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Wonder. Sticky BT. Sticky Canadian. Stiff Powder. Stigmata. Stiletto Manhattan. Stink Bombs. Stinky Pinky, Stinky Weasel,
Up north.
Stirrup Cup, Stock Market Crash, Stoley Around the World, Stone Fence, Stone Sour, Stoned, Stoner on Acid,
Hmm.
Stoplight, Stormtrooper,
Star Wars.
Storm Cloud,
Hmm.
Stormy Weather, Stout and Black, STP, abbreviated.
That's motor oil.
Yep. Straight Jacket, Strain the Rain, Strange Love, Strange Ways to Oldham, Strap On Nilla Juice.
That really sounds like an innuendo.
It is.
Holy,
I'd have to say it. You did.
holy shit.
Stratocaster, Strava, Strawberry Shivers, Strawberry Stripper, Strawgasm, innuendo, Striga Sunwitch, Strip and Go Naked Punch, Strip and Yell, Strip Badita Melanade, Strong Arm, Strudel. That's a pastry.
Used to eat those, not anymore.
Stiffy in a suit.
Hard ass motherfucker. Or a fucking cunt.
Stubbly Beaver.
That's a beaver that can't shave.
Stubborn Italian.
Mm.
That's me.
Up north.
Yep.
And sometimes me.
Stumble Fuck.
That's a drunken asshole.
Subcharge. Sublime. That's a band.
Yep.
Submarineo.
Hey.
Suburban Warhead. Suck, Bang, and Blow. Innuendo. Suck my chocolate banana.
Mm.
Innuendo. Sucker Punch.
Up north.
Subtle Quest.
Mm.
Subtly Daylight. Sue Riding High. Suffering Bastard. Oh, that's down in hell. Hey, he may have been my brother too, but what I found out, don't know. So Forget City. Sugar High. Sugar Kick. Sugar Starburst. Summer Dreams. That's a song. Summer Mind Eraser.
Mm.
Summer Fucker. Sunbeam. That's a bread label.
Yep.
Son of a Beach. That's
Up
beach.
north.
That's son of a beach, not bitch.
Oh, sorry.
Besides, you know he hates being called that. One of the things he hates being called. Sunburn. Sunday Morning Pickup. Sunday Night Fleet. Sunday Over the Top. Sundowner. Suckin' Pirate Ship. Sunny Day. Sunny Hiptic Breeze, Sunny Mexico, Sunny Sex, innuendo, Sunset Shooter, Suntan Lotion, Summer, no wait, Super Alez, Super Ball Rag, Super Slice, Super Quill, Supercharged Screwdriver, Superfly,
Jimmy Snooker.
Super Juice,
Yeah, no thank you.
Superman,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
cartoon,
Movie.
Supersonic Sunscreen, Sunshine,
Hmm.
Supreme, Surfer on Acid, Surfer on Ecstasy, Surge Driver, Sir Putty, Surrey Slider, Susan Littler, Swamp Frog, Swamp Juice, Swamp Thing. That's a movie.
And I think it was also a video game too.
Maybe, I don't know. Swamp Water,
Yuck.
Swashbuckler,
Pirate.
Sweaty Belly, Swelly Goat's Ass,
No thank you.
Sweaty Mexican Lumberjack, Swedish Fish, Candy.
Yeah, you see those.
Not anymore.
Real quick. Jade Kimball wishes you a happy birthday.
I'm coming.
No, it's not on here. I'm going
Oh.
through my side.
Oh, okay.
She wishes you a happy birthday.
Okay. Thanks, Jade. Swedish Pinky, Swedish Blow Job, Swedish Polar Bear, Sweet Burning Eruption, Sweet and Hot, Sweet Dreams, Sweet Esther, Sweet Home Chicago, Sweet Italian Bastard.
That's up north.
Nah, Sweet Italian Brothers fits him better.
Yeah.
Sweet Italian Sister, it's me. Sweet Lily Shot,
The hell is that?
Lolly Shot. Like I said, I got a buzz. My mouth ain't working. Sweet Motherfucker, Sweet Nipple, Sweet Passoa, Sweet Patootie Cocktail, Sweet Red, Sweet Science, Sweet Spark, Sweet Tart Lollipop, Sweet Tits, Sweets in the Sweet, no, Sweets to the Sweet, Sweet Toxic, Sweetie, Swervin' Mervin, Swift Kick in the Ass,
Which you do to up north sometimes.
I don't mean to. Swimming Pool, Swift Alps,
Wonder what that is anymore.
I don't know. Just going over something here. Now, you fucker. There we go. Let's see. I did find something on vampires before Paramike here. Vampire history. Vampires are evil mythological beings who roam the world at night, searching for people whose blood they feed on. They may be the best known classic monsters of all. Most people associate vampires with Count Dracula, the legendary blood-sucking subject of Bram Stoker's epic novel. Dracula, which was published in 1897. But the history of vampires began long before Stoker was born. There are almost as many different characteristics of vampires as there are vampire legends. But the main characteristic of vampires is they drink human blood. They typically drain their victims' blood using their sharp fangs, killing them, and turning them into vampires. In general, vampires hunt at night since sunlight weakens their powers. Some may have the ability to morph into a bat or a wolf. Vampires have super strength and often have the hypnotic, sensual effect on their victims. They can't see their image in a mirror and cast no shadows. It's thought Bram Stoker named Count Dracula after Vlad Tepes, Vlad Dracul, also known as Vlad the Impaler. Vlad Dracul was born in Transylvania, Romania. He ruled Wallachia, Romania off and on from 1456 to 1462. Some historians describe him as a just yet brutally cruel ruler who valiantly fought off the Ottoman Empire. He earned his nickname because his favorite way to kill his enemies was to impale them on a wooden spike. In other words, it goes up the asshole. I'm not making that up, that's actually known. According to legend, Vlad Dracul enjoyed dining amidst his dying victims and dripping his bread in their blood. Whether those gory tales are true is unknown. Many people believe these stories sparked Stoker's imagination to create Count Dracula, who was also from Transylvania, sucked his victim's blood, and could be killed by driving a stake through his heart. But according to Dracula expert, Elizabeth Miller, Stoker didn't base Count Dracula's life on Vlad Dracul. Nonetheless, the similarities between the two are intriguing. Vampire superstition thrived in the Middle Ages, especially as the plague decimated entire towns. The disease often left behind bleeding mouth lesions of its victims, which to the uneducated was a sure sign of vampirism. Now, that's what I was talking about last time. It wasn't uncommon for anyone with an unfamiliar physical or emotional illness to be labeled a vampire. Many researchers have pointed to porphyria, a blood disorder that can cause severe blisters on skin that's exposed to sunlight, as a disease that may have been linked to the vampire legend. Some symptoms of porphyria can be temporarily relieved by ingesting blood. Other diseases blamed for promoting the vampire myth include rabies or goiter. With a suspected vampire died, their bodies were often disinterred to search of signs for vampirism. In some cases, a stake was thrust through the corpse's heart to make sure they'd stayed dead. Other accounts describe the decapitation and burning of the corpses of suspected vampires well into the 19th century. In other words, Mercy Brown may rival Count Dracula as the most notorious vampire. Unlike Count Dracula, however, Mercy was a real person. She lived in Exeter, Rhode Island, and was the daughter of George Brown, a farmer. After George lost many family members, including Mercy, in late 1800s to TB, tuberculosis, his community used Mercy as a scapegoat to explain their deaths. It was common at that time to blame several deaths in one family on the undead. The bodies of each dead family member were often exhumed and searched for signs of vampirism. When Mercy's body was exhumed and didn't display severe decay, not surprising since her body was placed in an above ground vault during a New England winter. The townspeople accused her of being a vampire and making her family sick from her icy grave. They cut out her heart, burned it, then fed the ashes to her sick brother. Very sick. That is sick. Perhaps not surprisingly, he died shortly thereafter. Although modern science has silenced the vampire fears of the past, people who call themselves vampires do exist. They're normal seeming people who drink small amounts of blood in a perhaps misguided effort to stay healthy. Communities of self-identified vampires can be found on the internet and in cities and towns around the world. To avoid rekindling vampire superstitions, most modern vampires keep to themselves and typically conduct their feeding rituals, which include drinking the blood of willing donors in private. Some vampires don't ingest human blood, but claim to feed off the energy of others. Many state that if they don't feed regularly, they become agitated or depressed. Vampires became mainstream after Dracula was published. Since then, Count Dracula's legendary persona has been the topic of many films, books, and television shows. Given the fascination people have with all things vampire, horror, real or imagined, are likely to continue to inhabit the earth of years to come. That's it on that. You see. Let me see here. Sorry, folks. Not many stories to really go over. I have to look over the other ones. Ow. Huh?
Yeah. It's just your cat Batty being a dumbass.
Oh.
I went to check something in the microwave, and he comes around the corner and goes, meow, yells at me. I mean, he's a spigot of dumbass. Here he comes.
Oh, shit.
See what I mean? He's a dumbass right now.
What do you want, Betty?
What hairball? See that?
Yeah.
I get yelled at. No matter what I do around here or whatever, her cat's got to yell at me for something that I'm trying to do. Yes. Bonehead. It never fails.
Never does.
If I try to get my morning fuel, he yells at me. If I try to get something to snack on, he yells at me. If I try to get like juice, he yells at me. If I try to get dinner going, he yells at me. If I try to wash dishes, he yells at me.
I think he's meowing because he knows it's late. Batty, relax. It's not a regular show.
Good God.
Yeah, I will do a few paranormal things that I did find last week for Connecticut. Derby, we're in Derby, Connecticut now. Derby High School. It is not known of any deaths in the school or around, but when alone in one of the art rooms, witnesses report a noise as if someone had come into the room. Yet the door was closed, and there was no one inside besides themselves. A muffled voice whispered, "Don't go," and the apparition of a girl. Derby Public Library, also known as Harcourt Wood Memorial Library. Did I read that one already? Yeah, I did. It was off by one. But I'll read it anyway. The library was built in 1902 with funds given by Colonel and Mrs. Wood, who had it built in memory of their son, Harcourt Wood. Harcourt died when he was 11 years old after a bout with meningitis, after which the entire school was quarantined. A woman and her son approached the library one snowy evening after hours to drop books in the book drop. Her son saw a light in the window and peered in. His mother said he came sliding down the steep steps on the bank of the library so fast and was so scared because he saw the figure of a young boy in the foyer of the library. Employees have also spoken of mysterious happenings in the library, which has lights turning on and off, doors closing on their own, and other incidents. Let me see. Okay. Easton, Connecticut. Union Cemetery. Haunted by the ghost of a young woman known by locals as the White Lady. No one knows of her past yet. Firemen and police officers have seen her on different occasions. It's one of the most haunted places in the country. Another haunting is Red Eyes. It's also a well-known haunt. As the stories go, a man was walking along the road next to Union Cemetery when he noticed a pair of red eyes staring at him through the darkness. Upon this observation, he turned and ran and heard footsteps following him. The Warrens have done extensive research of the area. However, just to note, the site is patrolled by police and will arrest you if you do not have proper permission to do an investigation there. Note to selves: get permission. Enfield. Green Manor Skate Park. Seen lights disappear and then light bulb fall. Next morning, the lights are there or back up. Fairfield, Connecticut. Greenfield Hill. There have been sightings of a small woman, dressed in white, staring through the windows of the condemned building with a glowing light behind her. Greenfield Hill Mental Institution. The small Connecticut home of Newton lies an enormous field containing more than 100 large abandoned buildings that once housed more than 4,000 crazies. Featured as the location on what is said to be the most scary episode of MTV's Fear, Ghostwatchers.com. Fairfield Hills buildings range from the shock treatment building to the Center for the Criminally Insane. The institution had a history of unauthorized lobotomies, ouch, and mysterious deaths. The unique thing about Fairfield Hills is that it has an interconnected system of underground tunnels, connecting most of the buildings to each other. Although it has been abandoned since the mid-90s, proceed with extreme caution as there is almost always a cop or two there. At least 4 squad cars are guarding the location around Halloween. Note to people that are listening: get permission and they won't fuck with you. Farmington, Connecticut. Farmington Riverside Cemetery. Voices have been heard. Smell of roses. Several photographs contained multiple orbs of various colors have been documented or shown. Areas surrounding cemetery, Mrs. Porter's property, watched by spirit children and other forms. psychic medium channeled entity. A psychic medium has channeled the entity on site for several minutes. Nothing really solid there. Memento Mori Cemetery. This cemetery is one of Connecticut's oldest. It was first donated to the town of Farmington by a man by the name of Thomas Barnes back in 1660. Its first grave was marked in 1689. It sits right across the street from the famous Miss Potter's School for Girls. A great place to capture EVPs. Most come out very clear. One EVP distinctly said, "Don't stay." I'm starting to get a headache. You have any more?
I got one. Which is two archaeologists discover something extraordinary after diving into a flooded tomb.
Okay. We'll close out with that.
All right. Here, I can do this. It's a hot morning in the desert of North Sudan, the land of Nubai, in the time of the ancient pharaohs. Archaeologists Kristen Romy and Pierce Paul Cressman are sweating through their dive masks as they descend a rock cavern staircase, making their way to the entrance of a long forgotten underwater tomb. They each carry just two waterproof flashlights, one for each wrist, a 20-pound weight belt, and a tiny emergency container of air. They were ready to go exploring. The only thing was that they weren't sure what they were going to find. We know that people going missing and die every day. But for some reason, it's more shocking when it happens to some famous. It's as if their celebrity should provide them some extra protection from accidents and misfortunes. In reality, they're just as vulnerable as the rest of us, sometimes even more so due to their dangerous ambitions. Anyway, that's a whole different story. What the heck?
What the hell?
This page is all whacked. Okay, here we go. It started with a grant to explore the pyramids of Nurai. Christian Romy and Pierce Paul Cressman are both trained underwater archaeologists. So when Romy heard of Cressman's grant to explore in a submerged ancient tomb in Sudan, she decided to give him a call and tag along. Neither of them knew what to expect. They were going in blindly. Not a good way to go.
No, it's not.
No one had really studied the artifacts within the pyramids of Nurai. What were they going to find is the question. There was a chance that they were too late and grave robbers had already beaten them to the treasures hidden deep within the ancient tombs. You'll never guess what they found. As Romney prepared to dive into very yellow, sandstone filled water, she received a massive clue as to why she was putting herself through the whole ordeal. Not something I would want to do right away. And it rose over her head in the distance. A pyramid located in the north of Sudan. The pyramid was home to a monarch who once held sway over a vast majority of northern Africa. I was about to say Northern America. Whoopsie.
What?
Romney and Cressman were not looking at the monument, though they were on a quest to explore something else entirely. So a monument wasn't interesting to them, but something else entirely was?
Huh.
Can somebody please explain that to me? Honestly, how's a monument not something entirely noticeable and extremely exciting, but something else is more important?
Mm.
What they found at the bottom of the flooded pyramid is truly astonishing. And my thing went out. That's okay. They explored a 2,300-year-old tomb. Romney and Cressman weren't diving into the questionable water for fun. Well, no shit. They had a destination in mind, a man's tomb. That's kind of creepy. It's not just any man, though. The tomb is the resting place of, okay, I can't pronounce this word, but I'm going to say it, Nastassen, the late king of Kush, which is spelled Kush, who was buried more than 2,000 years ago. For a trained archaeologist such as Romney, that bit of history was worth diving into the flooded underbelly of the pyramid. She slowly made her way down the rock caved or carved staircase into the water. All she had of air was a tube to the surface and a tiny canister strapped to her back in case of emergencies. Would the old tomb be worth the lack of oxygen? I'm sorry, but if you have a small canister of air strapped to your back, it's not worth it.
Nope.
A big ass fucking canister that has air in it that divers would use to go underwater would be worth it. The water level was very high. Cressman waited for Romney at the bottom of the ancient staircase, but he didn't have what one would call good news. Uh-oh, and that's in quotations. He actually had words of caution that he shared before the two ventured any further. It's really deep today. There's not going to be any headroom in the first chamber. That meant that the two were going to have to make sure they held onto their oxygen tubes and hopefully not have to use their emergency container or canister of air. But when you're underneath an ancient pyramid about to explore a long forgotten tomb, all bets are off. I'll be like, sorry, fuck you, I'm gone. I'm going to go back up and get a bigger thing of air. The opening to the tomb was only as big as a TV set. No, it looks like more of a freaking doorway of a car. A few weeks prior to this expedition, Cressman had explored the tomb of the name I couldn't say, but I will spell it Nastasen by himself. Now the two of them were going to go down into the three chambers together in hopes of investigating the submerged sarcophagus that has lain untouched for centuries. What were they going to find in there? Question. Before the two archaeologists were able to reach the chambers, Cressman pointed out that they first had to shimmy through an opening about no larger than a TV set. That's not exactly something a person wants to do while they're chest deep in murky water underneath an ancient pyramid. Yeah. Nuri stretches over 200 acres of desert. The tomb the two archaeologists were exploring is located in Nuri. The site stretches nearly 200 acres of land and houses around 20 pyramids that were constructed from 650 BC to 300 BC. Nuri is also close to the east of the Nile River, so the pyramids are prone to flooding. Pyramid's base is 100-foot square that sits on top of a level patch of ground at low elevation. Being a mile from the river, this pyramid is most likely to flood. As a result, the three chambers of the pharaoh's tomb are submerged in water. The strings of 20 pyramids marks the burial grounds of the Kushite royals, the Black Pharaohs, who operated as vessels or vassals on the southern edges of the Egyptian empire. The pharaohs emerged triumphant during the political chaos that followed the demise of the new kingdom of Egypt, and from 760 BC to 650 BC, 5 Kushite pharaohs ruled all of Egypt. During their rule, the pharaohs built grand structures up and down the Nile River, reviving some of the religious practices of the old Egyptian empire. One such practice was constructing pyramids to bury their kings beneath. Come on. The pyramids of Nuri remain relatively words are hard, unexplored throughout history, since underwater archaeology had yet to be attempted in Sudan. There was no safe way for archaeologists to explore the underbelly of the tombs. The first person to try breaching the burial chambers was George Resner, an American archaeologist who specialized in ancient Egypt and its burial history. Reisner was easily able to explore tombs within the pyramids of Giza or Giza, either way you want to say it,
He's a
which housed ancient royals. But all he discovered at Nuri was that the pharaohs were buried underground and that their tombs were flooded. Sucks. Stupid commercials. Reisner never polished or published the results of his findings in Nuri, and for almost a century, the place was forgotten. It wasn't until 2018 when Chessman ventured to Nuri that any answers were found. Cressman, had experience in underwater archaeology that Reisner's lacked. With a grant from the National Geographic Society, he decided to zero in on the pyramid of Nastasen. This particular pharaoh was one of the minor royals who ruled Kersh from 335 BC to 315 BC, and because he was the last king to be buried in Nuri, his pyramid lies on the worst piece of real estate. Really? You're going to put it as real estate? Otherwise, I still don't know how it goes from 335 BC to 315 BC. How does it go backwards?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever understood that in history. Although I don't think that it was ever explained from a history teacher on how it goes from a high number to a low number.
I don't know.
Very little has been discovered about Nastasen. So if anyone wanted to know his history, there was little to do other than dive into his tomb. Although that's easier said than done, as the water level has risen dramatically since the time of Reisner's expedition. At least his workers were able to find the staircase that led down into the tomb. After the crew dug out the flight, one of the workers was able to make his way down into the crypt. Once there, he spent his time digging a hole and grabbing SHABTI statues that are meant to look after the deceased in the next life. I wonder if they were cursed and this cocksucker got cursed from it.
I don't know. Possible.
Unfortunately, that's all the worker had time for. And soon after he resurfaced, Reisner's team left. The tomb was forgotten and the staircase was buried by desert sand. It wasn't until years later when Cressman ventured to Nuri that the staircase was uncovered once again. Sadly, it took Cressman and his team about a year to dig it up. Fast forward one more year to 2019, and he was finally able to venture down to the tomb's entry point. But it wasn't a cause for celebration. As they realized that the rest of the chamber was going to be completely submerged underwater. Wah, wah. If making their way through the chute wasn't hard enough, they had to do so with a line that supplied them with oxygen from the surface. Scuba tanks were too bulky for the confined space that were working in, so their only choice was to rely on a line that brought in air with a tiny container of air in case of emergencies. The container was about as big as a can of hairspray. Once all of the logistics were squared away, the researchers were finally able to dive in and investigate NASTASEN's tomb. Just by looking at the hole itself,
Yeah.
they could have gotten a big ass air tank in there, a scuba tank.
Hmm.
I mean, the hole's big enough for that.
That's what he said.
Cressman's objectives moving forward were actually quite easy and honestly necessary for the project to continue on a positive path. He wanted to demonstrate that the air supply system he had in place was, in fact, safe to use for an extended amount of time. Also, he wanted to take basic measurements of each of the chambers. The final step in the preliminary plan of exploring the tomb was to fully dig through Reisner's pit to see if anything was overlooked or left behind. There must have been a reason one of the workers was digging through that exact spot, and Cressman's was going to find out what. Stupid commercial again. Unfortunately, the opening of the stone coffin was going to have to wait until a later date. They first had to figure out how to get the sarcophagus out of the chamber and to the surface before even thinking about opening the top. The good news is that the rising groundwater has kept grave robbers at bay. This means that most of what NASTASEN was buried with is still in the tomb, even if some objects have disintegrated and are now part of the sandstone and water mix. The team went on to dig up more of Reisner's pit, filling plastic buckets with segment and swimming them out into the air pocketed second chamber. Then they proceeded to put the segmented on a screen and shift for artifacts. And boy, did they find something interesting things. After shifting through the rubble, the team discovered paper thin pieces of pure gold, foil. At one point in time, the material most likely covered figurines that have since dissolved in the water. The guild figurines would have been easy pickings for grave robbers, further supporting their claim that the rising water had put off any robbers. On their final dive, Romney and Cressman's floated into their third chamber of the tomb, right over NASTASEN's undisturbed resting place. They discuss the upcoming year and the goals they had for the projects. The biggest was to somehow get the 2,300-year-old sarcophagus that is submerged underwater to the surface. It's going to be a challenge, to say the least. Cressman is an optimistic, saying, in other words, he's just a pure asshole. I think we finally have the technology to be able to tell the story of Nurai, to fill in the blanks of what happened here. Tease a remarkable point in history that so few know about. It's a story that deserves to be told. And that's the end of that garbage.
Okay.
So this idiot is still going to try to figure out how to get that mess up from an underwater pyramid to bring it to the surface to find out more of the story. To tell the entire world that the other guy couldn't freaking do. Honestly, in my opinion, if I was an archaeologist, I would say, yeah, we found it. It's there. The history is there. I wouldn't want to fuck with it.
I wouldn't either.
I say, yeah, what Ryzen did is there, but it's underwater, under a fucking pyramid. It's near the Nile River. It's preventing grave robbers from coming in there and stealing this king's gold or whatever's there that he had.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
But whatever type of story that's there, yeah, we can spend years here trying to figure out what type of story it is. We can go through this pyramid if there's any other passages or walkabouts to find stories of King so-and-so. Yeah, we can tell the stories of that. But trying to get his sarcophagus from underwater, under a pyramid, out into the open, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. Not doing it. We'll just get his story from inside a pyramid and whatever little stories we could find in the chambers from underwater. We'll just do it that way. In the story.
Mm.
I'm glad I'm not an archaeologist. I'd rather just be a podcast story person, finding stories, putting them out there, debunking things, whatever, talking about it, coming up with my own opinions, my POVs in the story. That's all. But anyways, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm getting hungry. I don't know about the birthday girl over there. What was that?
I don't know. Monkey jumping up in there.
Okay. But that's been this birthday special show with the birthday girl over there. I put back in my headsets. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to say thank you to our moderator for popping up and saying happy birthday to the birthday girl. And also our other birthday sister from the UK, Karen. Happy birthday to you as well. Going through my cell phone here on the other pages of Jade saying happy birthday to Paralore over here. Her brother from up north giving her a Facebook message calling her a lady, wishing her a happy birthday. Thanks for doing that, bro. Maybe fall out of my seat and everything. Episode 64, I don't know when that's going to happen, but when it does, there will be a thing coming out. You guys can check it out. Make sure you hit the interested button or get notified for it. And when it pops up, make sure you join in. Chat with us on YouTube with the chat box or comment below. Either way, even on our Facebook pages, our public group or private group, you can leave comments below and everything. Join in. And that will do it for myself, Paramike,
I'm Paralor.
the birthday girl. I'm also working on another YouTube channel. I'm still trying to get the bugs worked out, as well as the bugs worked out in this one here to try to keep it going, try to sync it up with the live times. I almost had it. I'm only a few seconds behind the YouTube part with this one here, but I will get it sooner or later. So that will do it for us. Good night and happy Paratober.
Bye.